Get ready, Lions fans. It's time for Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Off the block and down, and the Lions are going to take this one.
Strong in the block. That'll go down for a point. Again, the Schuler.
That one is down, and the Lions have done it.
It's time for Lions volleyball, and it starts now.
Good evening and welcome into KCLC's broadcast of Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball. We have an incredible matchup tonight as the Lions take on the number 3 team in the country, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. If you were with us on Wednesday night, Hawaii came away with a 3-0 sweep, but the Lions got stronger and stronger as the games went on, even taking Hawaii into extra points in set 3 as they look to steal a set or maybe more and shock the men's volleyball world. My name is Michael Wagenknecht. I will be taking you through tonight's action. Let's take a quick look at our starting lineups for Hawaii. It'll be Elio Choi, Adrian War, Kurt Neuster, Justin Todd, Christian Tetrisky, Trent Rosenthal, and the former Lion Clay Weeder. For the Lions, Carter Stenmark, Lincoln Geis, Brendan Luthane, Zach Solomon, Noah Varga, Jacob Christopher, Amir Grant, and Owen Walsh. For the Lions, they're going to have to get that middle attack going tonight. They had success with it on Wednesday, especially through Grant. He had 5 kills, still hasn't reached double digits just yet, but he's continuing to grow. But he was very successful in the middle for the Lions. As far as the leader, though, it was 10 for Brendan Luthane in Wednesday night's match. He really came on strong as that game went on. Lions also had 2 players with 8 kills, Carter Stenmark and Owen Walsh. Picked up 8. Zach Solomon dished out 30 assists in that match, and the Lions came away with 4 blocks. That's where they're going to have to be a little bit more efficient, though, is at the net. The Warriors were able to run pretty much every single aspect of their offense on Wednesday, and the Lions had to kind of play catch-up in order to find ways to get tips on the ball or even just straight-out blocks, because they just went crazy, did the Warriors, across the board. They were led by Justin Todd, who had 11 kills in the match, followed by Christian Tetrisky. And Tetrisky, the Big West player and freshman of the week. Lions did a nice job of kind of bottling him up just a little bit. Yes, you look at it, you can say 8 kills on 12 attacks, hit 583. But for somebody that's a focal point of their offense, to be able to limit him to single-digit kills, very, very strong performance by the Lions in that aspect. Hawaii had 9.5 blocks on Wednesday, and that's going to be another key piece of this Lions game plan, is trying to figure out a way to get around those blocks. You look at the Hawaii lineup and the height on this team. I mean, you look at Choi, who's the shortest player on the team, sits at 5'7", and War, 6'5", Neuster, 6'9", Justin Todd, 6'8", Tetrisky, 6'8". Their setter, Fred Rosenthal, 6'11". So you got all of that at the net. You got to find a way to get around those blocks, and that is going to be the game plan for the Lions in this one. For Hawaii, their serving has been phenomenal this year. They are one of the top serving teams in the country, as they came in with well over 100 aces on the season so far. They are also one of the top blocking teams as well. They're nearing 300 blocks on the season. So again, the game plan for the Lions, trying to find out how they can get around those blocks as they're introducing the Hawaii lineup right now. Lions are decked out in their all-white jerseys with the black numbers. Hawaii is wearing their Hawaiian flag jerseys tonight. As we've got a very large and lively crowd here at Simplify Arena in the Stan Sheriff Center. Wednesday night's group was large as well, as these Hawaii fans really come out to support their programs. They've got a pep band here and everything, so the atmosphere is going to be electric all night. Got a DJ in the house as well. It is going to be an absolute blast tonight. Lions come in at 4-10 on the year, and don't let that record fool you. They are a team that has played so many high-quality and high-level opponents this season. Lots of ranked teams in the MIVA, so it's going to be a battle night in and night out. For Hawaii, they come in at 16-1, and if you thought the MIVA was tough, their conference, the Big West, is even tougher. Every single program is ranked in the Big West, so it is a battle night in and night out for Hawaii as well. And when we get a chance to look at their upcoming schedule, it's not just the in-conference matchups that are ranked opponents. They have ranked opponents the rest of the way out, do the Warriors. Lions will be back home against Lewis coming up next week. Another ranked opponent. As we're about ready to get underway here from Honolulu, Hawaii. The Lions battling the number 3 team in the nation. They pushed them on Wednesday night. Let's see if they can push them a little bit further here and grab a set and put Hawaii on notice. Thank everybody for staying up late and joining us tonight. I know back in the St. Charles area, it's now just north of 11 o'clock Central Time. So thank you for those that are staying up and tuning in for this one. As it looks like the Lions will have first serve. It'll be Amir Grant going back to start things off. He started things off Wednesday with the serve. Lions started off a bit slow in that first set. 25-13 was the loss in that one, but progressively got stronger and stronger as the match went on. See if they can start off stronger here in this one. We are ready to go here. Grant, serve over. Rosenthal will back set. Pushed over. Grant gets a hand on it, goes into the stands. And Tetrisky gets the first kill of the night. Grant was able to get a hand on it, but it went into the crowd. And now Tetrisky will go back to serve. High toss. Up and over. Handled by Geist, tight to the net. And that's an overpass there, put down by Justin Todd. As Zach Solomon was unable to get up and make contact. The serves here from Hawaii are tough. Tetrisky again. That one into the tape. And Lions will take the point. Men's volleyball, you live and die by the serve. You're either going to be very successful with some strong dipping serves, or you run the risk of putting it into the net or long. As it'll be Solomon back to serve. Choi up with it. Rosenthal, quick set in the middle. That one off the net over there by Walsh, but it's going to go out of play. Good recovery there by the Lions, though, after that strong return into the net. This will be Weeder back to serve. Weeder, the former Lion, spent 4 years with the program. Sends that one deep in on Geist. Solomon set. Acro attack by Stenmark, and that one is down in front of the diving Adrian Ward. And Lions get another point. It's 3-2 in favor of Hawaii. Weeder was out with the team, peppering with the Lions before the official practice time started. Good to see him interacting with the team, as that one is back corner picked out there by Weeder. We may get a challenge here from head coach Joe Koschev, asking his players if they saw it. He's grabbing the ping pong paddle, and he will not challenge it, as a couple of Lions players saw him grab it. We were like, no, we think that was in. So a point back to Hawaii, as it was War who picked that one up. Service over by Weeder, outside to Stenmark. He puts that one down the line, and that one is in. And now will we get a challenge from head coach Charlie Wade? He's asking. Conversation there with Tetrisky. And it looks like he's going to hold off, so a kill there for Carter Stenmark. Lions back to within one. Owen Walsh sends it over. Weeder to Rosenthal. Weeder on the attack, up there by Walsh. Now Stenmark again into the block, up by Solomon. Walsh will set things to the outside for Christopher. Into the block, that one out of play. Lions tie it up at 4. That was what they needed to work on coming into this match, and they got it right there. As Christopher puts it into the block, it goes out of play. Walsh to serve again. Rosenthal back set. Big swing by Tetrisky, and right in front of Luthane. Not much he could do about that one. Hawaii retakes the lead. Good back and forth battle early on between these two programs. As it'll be Rosenthal back to serve. Handled by Luthane. Solomon, quick set to Grant. Gets it over, but Rosenthal was able to slide forward and get it to Trisky. Through the triple block and down in front of the diving Luthane. And Hawaii ups their lead back up to 2. Grant was unable to get a good swing on that one as it was too tight to the net. Did get it over, but a diving play by Rosenthal kept it alive. Now Rosenthal will go back to serve. Goes through his serve routine. Crowd starts to chant. Up and over. Geist gets it to Solomon. Backs up to Christopher. That one is down. And the Lions back to within 1. As Christopher picks up the kill, he'll go back to serve. His team down just 1 here early in this first set. Lions using the momentum that they built in set 3 on Wednesday as that one clips the tape. Up by Choi. Rosenthal has to track it down now to Treacy. Off the block, Luthane right there. Solomon, far side. Stenmark gets it into the netting, though, and stays on his side of the court. Point back to Hawaii, but a great cross-court set there by Solomon. Picked out Stenmark. Block was a little late getting there. Would have been an interesting play there to see if it was going to go down if it went over the net. This is Ward to serve. Diving play by Geist gets to it. Now Christopher off the tip. Rosenthal. Quick set in the middle. Back row attack off the block and out of play as Ward gets that one. And Hawaii now up by 3. It's 8-5. Trisky early on with 3 kills. Ward just picked up his second. And he is back to serve. High toss. Up and over. Geist gets it. Solomon has to track it down. Now Christopher from the back row. That one into the block and down. Hawaii point 9-5. See the changes that will be made here is now 4 Lions along that back line to receive this serve. Up by Stenmark. Solomon. Back sets Christopher again. That one down the line, but well out of play. And a point for Hawaii. They're up now 5. And that's a force head coach Joe Koscheff to take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. Early here in set number 1, Hawaii leading 10-5 over the Lions. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Music careers start at open mic night. Many of the artists you listen to every day got their start by having the courage to stand up to their first audience. KCLC is proud to partner with local venues who support local music. KCLC Open Mic Night partners Alpha Brewing Company live in the Alpha Brewing Tap Room every second and fourth Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. KCLC, supporting local music.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
St. Louis's heart beats with music. KCLC and Bands Through Town magazine proudly present The Local Thing. Music from local artists every hour. That's our pledge. The Local Thing, presented by Bands Through Town magazine. Pick up Bands Through Town for free at venues across the city. Music submissions can be sent to KCLC Local Music at lindenwood.edu. KCLC, supporting local music.
Back here in Honolulu, Hawaii, Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center, Hawaii and Lindenwood men's volleyball action. Hawaii on a 4-0 run has upped their lead to 10-5 as Ward will get this service over. Solomon will set Stenmark on the opposite side off the block and out of play. Lions get the point out of the timeout and end that 4-0 scoring run. As Noah Varga checks back in as the libero. Lions running a double libero again as they've done all year. And it'll be Stenmark back to serve. He picked up the kill and will get it over. Former teammate Clay Weeder receives that one in the middle. That one sent long. No tip, point for the Lions. 2 in a row for Lindenwood, pulls them back to within 3. This is what we saw on Wednesday night. Even when Hawaii got out to a little bit of a lead, Lions were able to fight back multiple times. Stenmark into the net this time, and a service there for the Lions. Varga and Geist will now switch out. As it would be Kurt Neuster back to serve. Up and over, Geis. Solomon at the net. Good set to Grant, and he gets it to go. That was a tough set there for Solomon at the net, but he was able to go up, pull it off the tape, and sent Grant up perfectly for the middle attack. Points over it. Coach Tyler Fenton, as if to say, hey, you saw it, I did it. Grant with the serve over. Miscommunication there allows the Lions to get a bit of a free ball outside of Luthane. Finds the back corner. What a set, what a kill there from Luthane. All because Hawaii was unable to get that attack worked out, and it was a free ball for the Lions. Well, the coaching quartet here of Joe Koshev, Michael Lanera, Kyle Deutschman, and Tyler Fenton have really got this team ready to go for this one as Grant gets that service over. Back row attack blocked there as Neuster tried to put it over. Now to Tutrisky. That one is blocked. 2 in a row for the Lions. In the middle, off the hands there of Todd, and now the Lions have it for Luthane over. Rosenthal back sets to Tutrisky. Into the block. Rosenthal able to grab it. Now it's to the near side for Weeder. He rolls it over. That one's going to touch, but a line, it was into the net. And a point to Hawaii. They got the triple block up, but it did clip the net just enough. And a point for the Warriors, but good battle there by the Lions. It's Tutrisky back to serve. Hawaii up by 3. It's 12-9. Luthane gets it to Solomon in the middle. That one off the outside of Walsh's hand and out of play. And Hawaii's got 2 in a row. We talked about Tutrisky, Big West player and freshman of the week, sends that one long. Hawaii swept the awards as well. Choi was the defensive player of the week and Rosenthal the setter of the week. At least Solomon back to serve. The lefty sends it over. That one just slips out of play right in front of head coach Charlie Wade from Hawaii. And a service there for the Lions. One of the best servers on the squad. That'll put Weeder back to the line. 14-10 in favor of the Warriors. Solomon takes a peek, sends it outside to Luthane. Off of Choi and out of play. Nice play by Luthane, letting that one come across his body. And then putting it down the line. Choi could not handle that one. Luthane back to serve now. Choi does get to that one. Rosenthal quick set in the middle. That one sent long and out of play. A little too quick there for Todd, and he was not able to get over the top of that one. Lions back within 2. Lions bench pumping it up for Luthane's serve. That one into the net, though. Got that one just a bit too far out in front of him and had to catch up to it. And now Hawaii up 15-12. We'll hit the media timeout. We'll step aside. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Schrader, Dean of the College of Science, Technology, and Health here at Lindenwood University. Did you know that our science labs are nationally recognized for conducting high-quality clinical research studies and are leaders in areas related to exercise, nutrition, and sports performance? Whether in the classroom, lab, or in the field, Lindenwood students get real-world experience right here, right now. More information is available at lindenwood.edu.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, it's Randy Carricker from 101 ESPN. Did you know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters like me. For more information, visit lindenwood.edu.
Back on 89.1 KCLC, Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball in the first set as the Lions battling number 3 Hawaii. Taking a quick look at some of the stats for Lindenwood. Carter Stenmark leading the way with 3 kills. Luthane and Christopher each with 2. Grant had 1 for Hawaii. They're led by Christian Tutrisky with 3. Adrian War and Justin Todd each have 2, and Clay Weeder with 1. So both teams have 8 kills apiece. Lions doing a much better job here in this first set, hitting 250. They hit under 100 in set number 1 on Wednesday, so definitely have improved there. No service aces yet for either squad. 5 service errors between the two teams. As back to serve is Kai Taylor. Taylor will send that one into the air, gets it over. Handled there by Geist. Solomon in the middle. Walsh off the block and out of play. Point for the Lions as Taylor could not get to it. Lions back to within 2. As it'll be Jose Vargas back to serve for the Lions. He's looking for a ball to put it into play. He got it now. High toss from Vargas. Sends that one over. Outside set. Big swing by Petrisky, and he gets it between Luthane and Solomon in the back corner. And he's got his 4th. Fred Rosendahl will now go back to serve as Christopher checks in for Walsh. Hawaii bunched at the net. Quartet of players helping to hide the Rosenthal serve. This one over to Luthane. Quick set to Grant in the middle. That one catches the back line. Grant picks up kill number 2. And there's that middle row, that middle attack that we were talking about. What the Lions need to get going. Speak Christopher back to serve. Sends that one well deep and out of play. Service error by the Lions gives the point right back to Hawaii. It's 17-14. Adrian War will be back to serve now for the Warriors. Sends that one over. Geist. Outside. Luthane has to sky and delay, but he gets it over. Now to Trisky off the block, and that's going to go out of play. Point for the Warriors. Luthane did a nice job of adjusting and getting that ball over, but was unable to get the power on it, and then allowed Hawaii to set up their offense. Another serve for War. Stenmark able to get to that one first. Back set to Christopher. That one off the tape, and point for Hawaii. They set it up well, but Christopher could not eclipse the tape. And that'll force Joe Koschev to take his second time out here of set number 1. We'll step aside as well. It is 19-14 in favor of Hawaii here in set number 1. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Vasovich, Dean of the amazing College of Arts and Humanities here at Lindenwood University, and home to 89.1 KCLC. Did you know that we have award-winning programs across our college, including the MFA in Writing, Art History, Cinema, Game Design, Fashion, and, of course, Communications. We also have award-winning faculty in Artificial Intelligence, GIS, English, Philosophy, Theater, and History. And our alumni make us proud, too. You might have heard of Greg Amsinger and Dave Amilati. Whether performing on stage, working in main media productions, or calling a football game, Lindenwood students get real-world experience right here, right now for real success. More information is available at lindenwood.edu.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Back here at Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center, Honolulu, Hawaii. The Lindenwood Lions taking on the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Hawaii holding a 19-14 lead here in set number 1. Hawaii's on another run, a 3-0 run. They were on a 4-0 run at the last time the Lions called the timeout. Lions were able to end it. Can they do it here and get back into this set? This is Stenmark on the outside. Choi up with it. Rosenthal sets in the middle. Big swing there from War, and he gets that one to go. We may get a challenge here as Lincoln Guys telling head coach Joe Koschev that ball was out. So Koschev grabs the ping pong paddle, and we'll have our first challenge of the night. And if that ball was in or out for Adrian Ward, this will be a big call here for the Lions. If they're able to get this one, that'll pull them to within 19-15 and give them some room to get back into this set. If they don't, that's only 5 points away for Hawaii to take set number 1. Tetreski leading the way with 5 kills for Hawaii. It's War with 3 at the moment. And Stenmark also with 3 for the Lions. Lions hitting 238, Hawaii hitting 474 here in this first set. When we looked at what they did on Wednesday, Lions hit 095 in set number 1 to Hawaii's 778. So on both sides of the table, Lions have done a much better job. They've upped their attacking game here in set number 1 and have done a better job of limiting the opportunities for Hawaii as well. May not prove to be a set victory, but again, building that momentum that they picked up in sets 2 and 3 on Wednesday could help propel them here later in this one, as we're about ready to get the call from the AR2. And the points will stay with Hawaii. So the ball was in, and Hawaii leads 20-14. That will keep War back at the line. It is a 4-0 scoring run for Hawaii. Up and over. Geist gets to it. Solomon across the way to Stenmark. That one off the antenna. And another point for Hawaii. Four Lions along the back line, awaiting the serve from War. They'll go deep, up by Luthane. Solomon will track it down. Christopher off the block. That one's going to go down. A big point there for the Lions to end that 5-0 run. Still down by 6. We'll see if they can chip away. As it'll be Carter Stenmark back to serve. Neither team has picked up an ace just yet. Stenmark, one of those servers that can get it, as Weeder goes down to pick that one up. Rosenthal in the middle. That one, nice touch over there by Neusterer. And he goes up and over the double block, drops it right in front of Stenmark. And Hawaii picks up the point. It's 22-15. Got a quick floor clean. And that's the thing you have to look out for from a team that is as tall as Hawaii. They go up high, and that allows them to either power through the attack or take that quick peek and see if they can just touch it up and over the block. That's exactly what Neusterer did right there. This one over by Wong. Tipped over by Stenmark, but it lands back on the Lions side of things. And another point for Hawaii. They're 2 points away from a set 1 victory. Kawhi Wong back to serve. High toss from him. Solomon on the near side. Back row attack from Stenmark, and that one is down. And they did a nice job of hiding that one as they had Grant right in the middle, and Solomon did a nice job of setting it behind Grant, allowing Stenmark to fly in from the back row and go cross-body for that shot. It will be Grant now back to serve. 23-16 in favor of Hawaii. Grant gets that one over. Rosenthal, quick set to Weeder. He punches it over. Walsh, Solomon, back row from Stenmark again, clips the net, and that one goes out of play, puts Hawaii on set points. That clip of the tape did just enough to help usher that one out of play. And now it will be Christian Tetreski to serve for the set. Luthane gets to that one. Solomon back sets to Christopher. That one off the hands of Tetreski. Weeder, good set to Rosenthal. He'll put a swing on it. May have been going out of play, but Stenmark will play it. And Christopher and Solomon cannot connect. And that will give Hawaii set number 1, 25-16. Tetreski led the way with 5 kills for Hawaii. Stenmark had 4 for the Lions. Hawaii leads 1-0. We'll step aside. We'll come back for set number 2. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob Ramsey. I've been doing play-by-play in St. Louis for nearly 40 years, but did you know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters like me. For more information, visit lindenwood.edu.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
And when I left the oven on, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hey, this is Alex Ferrario with 101 ESPN in St. Louis. Did you guys know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters just like me. If you want more information on how to get involved or visit Lindenwood, check them out online at lindenwood.edu.
Talking to your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Music careers start at open mic night. Many of the artists you listen to every day got their start by having the courage to stand up to their first audience. KCLC is proud to partner with local venues who support local music. KCLC Open Mic Night partners Alpha Brewing Company live in the Alpha Brewing Tap Room every second and fourth Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. KCLC, supporting local music.
Welcome back to Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball taking on the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Hawaii taking that first set 25-16. Taking a look at some of the statistics from that first set. Christian Tatrisky leading the way for all teams with 5 kills. Carter Stenmark had 4 for the Lions. He's second in this game in kills. Lions hit 148 in that first set, whereas Hawaii hit 500. Both teams a little bit different from Wednesday, as the Lions hit a little bit better in that first set than they did on Wednesday. Hawaii just a bit worse. And if you look at some of the other statistics, no service aces in that first set for either team. 6 combined service errors. Hawaii recorded 2 blocks. Lions have yet to record a block. And there was a tie score once in that first set. No lead changes as Hawaii essentially led the entire time. As we get ready for set number 2, teams have flipped sides. Lions will be playing from right to left, as the final checks on the starters for set number 2 have been completed. And it will be Hawaii with the serve to start things off. Alex Parks comes in, and he'll be doing the honors here to get things going here in set number 2. We are underway. Parks will get this one over. Solomon at the net. He'll go for a swing. Sends it just long and out of play. I like the thought process there to start things off. Expecting a set off the pass. Solomon saw that back corner. Tried to pick it out just a touch too long. It'll be Parks again. Thane gets that one off the foot of Rosenthal. And a point for the Lions. Rosenthal couldn't move that foot quick enough. May have hit the line still, but nonetheless, it's a point for the Lions, and now Solomon will go back to serve. Solomon, one of the best servers on this Lions squad, has 21 aces as he gets this one over. Rosenthal in the middle. Swing off the block. Solomon now back sets to Christopher. Rosenthal up with it. And out to Tatrisky. Off of Solomon and out of play. Lions got what they wanted, though. They were able to get Rosenthal to make first touch. Take that setter out if they can. But it was War who came over and did a nice job of setting things up for Tatrisky. And allows Hawaii to get the point. That'll be Tatrisky to serve it over. Geist. Solomon quick to Walsh. That one catches the line just over the head of Choi. And a point for the Lions. Exactly how set number 2 on Wednesday started out. Teams going back and forth, trading points. Lions eventually built a 13-11 lead, but it was a 7-1 run that flipped that set from 11-13 to 18-14 in favor of Hawaii. As this one over, Solomon diving play gets that one up Walsh sets Christopher. That one hits the line judge and out of play. Had the back corner, just a little too much underneath of it. Louis Sakanoko back to serve now. Flips the tape up by Stenmark. Solomon back sets to Christopher. That one, big block there by Todd. Sends it right back where it came from. And Hawaii's up now by 2. Sakanoko to serve again. Geis, Stenmark, and Luthane on that back line. Stenmark able to get to that one. Solomon at the net. Back row attack there from Luthane. Goes out of play, and it's now 3 in a row for Hawaii. They went on a 4-0 and 5-0 run in the first set to take that one 20-16. Now on a 3-0 run to open up a 5-2 lead. Sakanoko gets it over. Stenmark, Solomon, now Stenmark again. He'll send that one long, and we get a touch on it instead, and the Lions pick up the points. They got a micro touch at the net. Nonetheless, it's a Lions point. That'll send Owen Walsh back to serve. Sakanoko has to take that one. Rosenthal high set to Tetrisky. Luthane gets that one clean. Now Christopher off the hands of Tetrisky and out of play. Another point for the Lions. They're back to within 1. Again, exactly what we've seen from this Lions squad here the last 4 sets. The ability to battle back despite being down to the number 3 team in the nation. It's Walsh again. Hits that one poorly, and that'll go right into the net. He took responsibility right off the bat. I think that one hit more off of his palm, on the heel of his palm, than anything else. That'll send Todd back to the line now. Hawaii up by 2. 6-4 early in this one. Geist able to get a hand on that one. And now Luthane from the back row. Up there by Todd. Rosenthal to the outside. Big swing off the block. Hawaii picks up another point as Nerster gets that one. Todd again. Guys just crept up just a touch as he had to pancake that one off the floor to just get that one playable for the Lions. Todd sends it over again. Christopher had to go get it. Grant, middle attack. Tapped over by Parks as he's the one who made that play happen. Got just enough on the Grant attack to pop it up for Rosenthal, and then Parks just taps it over. And Hawaii back up by 4. It's Todd again. High toss. Picked up by Luthane. Grant again. That one a lot cleaner for Grant, and he gets the kill. First time we've seen him really get a clean look at an attack, and he puts it away. Ends that 3-0 scoring run. Jacob Christopher back to serve for the Lions. Choi gets to that one. Rosenthal center dump. Read well by Stenmark. Rosenthal again, this time to the outside. Luthane off the tip. Solomon. Christopher will just send that over on the free ball. Back row attack. Sakanoko into the block. Going to go into the stands. Choi tracks it down. What a play. Rolled over. Lions have it. Solomon with the center dump. Gets the point in front of Tetrisky. Great defense on both sides. But it was Solomon who read it well and picked up the point for the Lions. A big round of applause for Choi, who went crashing into the stands. Salutes the fans as they salute him right back. But the Lions do get the point. They're back to within 2. It's Christopher to serve. He sent that one deep just past the end line. And the Warriors pick it up. Fred Rosenthal will go back to serve. 10 assists so far in this match for Rosenthal, the Big West setter of the week. He had the kill that ended set number 1. That one clips the tape. Solomon outside. Stenmark, big swing there. Nothing Choi could do about that one. Lions back to within 2. Stenmark picks up the kill, goes back to serve. And if you ever joined my sister Sarah and I on the broadcast, you know that was something she kept track of. Stenmark gets that one over. And a point for the Lions. Rosenthal took a dive there, and no need to clean up the court there as Rosenthal says, no, we're good. Another one coming for Stenmark. He and Solomon, the two that you definitely want back if you need a strong service run. Gets that one over. Choi has it. Neustroyer block was not solid there as Luthane and Grant had some space in between them, and that pinball between their hands and down for a Hawaii point. They did give an ace to Stenmark on that 8th point for Lindenwood. So the first service ace of the evening goes to Stenmark. As it will be War now back to serve for Hawaii. They lead by 2. Up 1-0. And that one clips the tape. Does just get over Grant. Solomon sets Christopher. That one finds the court on the near side right in front of our broadcast vantage points. And the Lions pick up the point. And now Grant will go back to serve. He gets some well wishes from his team as the freshman back to serve. Grant has really stepped up in the absence of Ian Schuler. He gets this one over. Rosenthal back sets here to Treesky. Stenmark in the back corner has it. Now Luthane gets that one to go. We're tied at 10. Lions are fired up. Well, that's the thing we haven't talked about tonight is the absence of Ian Schuler, one of the top players on this Lindenwood team. He's been out with an injury since February 5th. It was his last match against Lewis. But the likes of Grant, Luthane, Stenmark have stepped up. A Lion was in the net there on that play, and a point back to Hawaii. And that's been the mentality for this Lion squad is next man up, next man up. Can't forget about Jacob Christopher, Owen Walsh as well. It's been kind of a laundry list of guys that have stepped up for the Lions in the absence of Schuler and really shown how much of a team this really is. Sent over here by Parks. Now Luthane off the block. Right there is Neustroyer. Outside Sakanoko. Down his guys to get it. One-handed set by Walsh. Luthane. Neustroyer up with it. Rosenthal, Sakanoko. That one blocked down there by Walsh. He is pumped up for that one. As Lions tie it back up now at 11. That's the block that the Lions needed. Have to have a presence at the net, and Walsh showed it there. It's now Solomon back to serve, trying to get the Lions lead here in the second set. Up and over. Diving play by Rosenthal. He'll send it into the crowd, and the Lions have taken the lead. It's 12-11. As we will quickly get a cleanup on the court as, again, Rosenthal had to dive on that serve receive. As the court will be cleaned up over by the referee stand. Head coach Harley Wade having a conversation with Treesky, the freshman phenom for Hawaii. And you can hear in the background, the Lions have a great contingent of family and fans in the stands here for this one. They were here Wednesday night, loud and proud, and they're doing the same thing here tonight, and they are pumped up for this one as the Lions have a 1-point lead here in the second set. Solomon into the nets, and we are tied again. Normally you call that a coach's point after a timeout, but that was more of a court cleanup delay, so not a coach's point, but a perspiration point maybe? To Treesky to serve. Gets it over. There's Luthane. Solomon sets in the middle. Luthane gets to it and swipes it over. Sakanoko up with it. Rosenthal with the attack, and he finds the back line. Took that one away from Treesky, but it was the right move as he had a better line on that one, and he gets the kill. His second. Hawaii back on top by 1. It's Treesky to serve again. High toss. Has to really lean into that one. And that one's out of play. Point for the Lions. Hawaii still searching for that first ace of the match. So it'll be Luthane now back to serve. Luthane's got 10 aces on the season for the Lions. Sends that one over. Choi handles it. Rosenthal to Treesky. Blocked down by Stenmark. Stenmark rising up there and puts it down. Able to seal that antenna. No place for Treesky to go. Lions back up now by 1. Luthane serving again. Up and over. Choi, Rosenthal tight to the net, center dump there. Perfectly read there by Rosenthal. And he gets the point right back. That's not something we saw him do too much on Wednesday. Actually, just did it one time late in that third set. He's already taken it upon himself a couple of times here tonight to put that one over on 2. And now it's Sakanoko. Tied at 14. Sends it over. Geist goes down to get it. Solomon backs up to Christopher. That one off of Choi and out of play. And the Lions will have the lead heading into the media timeout. It is 15-14 in favor of Lindenwood here in set number 2. They're down by 1 right now, but looking to make some noise here in the second set. We'll step aside for this media timeout. 15-14 in favor of Lindenwood. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
St. Louis's heart beats with music. KCLC and Bands Through Town magazine proudly present The Local Thing. Music from local artists every hour. That's our pledge. The Local Thing, presented by Bands Through Town magazine. Pick up Bands Through Town for free at venues across the city. Music submissions can be sent to KCLC Local Music at lindenwood.edu. KCLC, supporting local music.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Back here in Honolulu, Hawaii, Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center. Lions battling the Warriors of Hawaii, and Lindenwood holding a 15-14 lead here at the media timeout in set number 2. They trail 1-0, but just like Wednesday night, have really battled hard here in the second set. One thing that they're going to have to make sure they avoid is that run by Hawaii. The Lions had a 13-11 lead in the second set on Wednesday. There's a 7-1 run by Hawaii that flipped it to an 18-14 Warriors lead. See if the Lions can avert that same scenario here, as going to be Jose Vargas back to serve for the Lions. Carter Stenmark leading the way for Lindenwood with Jacob Christopher, each with 6 kills as Vargas gets that one over Choi. To Rosenthal outside. Neustrer blocked. That one will fall in as Sakanoko looked at it, and he saw it hit the court on his side. Perfectly in play. Lions now up by 2. The Lions contingent behind us getting louder and louder the deeper this second set goes. Vargas puts it into the nets. Back to Hawaii. And this is where you got to be careful if you're Lindenwood. Finn Kearney will come in to serve. You can't let Hawaii go on a run here. Kearney saw action yesterday. In fact, every Hawaii player that dressed saw action on Wednesday. Kearney gets it over. Geist, Solomon, Grant in the middle. There is Tutrisky. Over on 2. Lions able to keep it alive. Stenmark. Now Tutrisky to Rosenthal. Back row attack. Sakanoko. Diving play by Solomon. Gets it up. Geist will set Stenmark into the block. That one stays alive, but it'll fall on the Lions side of things. And a point to Hawaii. We're tied at 16. It's 1 point, but you got to end it there if you're the Lions. Get it back. Get yourself back on serve. Kearney again will send the ball over. The lefty sends that one deep and out of play, and the Lions get it right back. Well, no matter how this one ends, I got to say the Lions have acquitted themselves very well against one of the top teams in all of Division I men's volleyball. As Jacob Christopher will go back to serve. But if you can find a way to take a set from them, it would be unbelievable. Rosenthal back sets to Tutrisky. That one into the net and down. Lions back up now 2. 18-16. That ball may have gotten a bit of a block. From our vantage point here, it looked like it was all net. They are going to give block assist to Grant and Stenmark on that one. As Christopher sends it over again. Joy to Rosenthal outside. Big swing, that one down the line. Catches it. Christopher was ducking out of the way, but Neustrer put it exactly where he wanted to. And gets Hawaii back within 1. We'll send Rosenthal back to serve. High toss from him, gets it over. Geist, perfect position. Solomon sets it to Stenmark. Couple of ricochet plays, chicken wings there, but Warriors get it over. Stenmark again, that one blocked and down and in. Point for Hawaii. We're level again. Those quick reactions by Rosenthal and Sakanoko to just one-hand that ball across the court and over. And then Stenmark got another good look at it, but put it right into the block, and it fell in play. Here's Rosenthal again. Hawaii still searching for that first ace of the game. Geist in the perfect position. Back row attack there. Catches the back corner as Lufane comes from the back and puts it away. Lions back up by 1. That'll send Stenmark to the line. He has the one of 2 aces on the night. Solomon has the other. Stenmark will send it over. Sakanoko gets it in the middle of Rosenthal. Outside, swing and down as Petrisky picks up another one. That's 8 now for the freshman. That will send Ward back to serve. 19 all here in set number 2. Hawaii up 1-0. Into the net. Point back to the Lions. There's now 5 service errors for the Warriors tonight as Amir Grant will go back to serve. Sent over and long out of play. That one sailed. And 2 Hawaii players ducked out of the way of that one. We're level again, this time at 20. Kainoa Wade now will come in to serve. Wade, the son of head coach Charlie Wade, freshman. This is a young Hawaii team. 13 underclassmen, just 6 upper. As Wade sends it over, clips the net. Solomon back sets to Christopher. Puts a half swing onto that one. Hawaii up with it. Tetrisky over the triple block, well out of play. They are going to say a touch, though. And head coach Joe Koscheff is going to challenge this one. So the second challenge of the night from Lindenwood. They were unsuccessful on their first. Let's see if they're successful here. As the AR2 goes to the screen and back to the point for Hawaii. 13 underclassmen, just 6 upperclassmen, and yet they're still sitting at 16-1, 2-0 in the Big West, and ranked 3rd in the country. That is a huge testament to the coaching staff here at Hawaii that they can acclimate these young men so quickly into a highly competitive environment and be as successful as they are. And on the flip side, for the Lions, they're a little bit closer when it comes to under versus upperclassmen. 11 underclassmen, 9 upperclassmen for Lindenwood. But coming into this season, you had just 1 returning starter from last year, and Ian Schuler, that was going to be in the starting lineup. So getting a whole fresh set of players into rotations for head coach Joe Koscheff. And now with Schuler out, you've got no returning starter a part of this team at the moment. And they're doing what they're doing, and it's absolutely phenomenal to see it. And we're going to get a net violation going against Lindenwood. So it wasn't a touch. They actually picked out a net violation instead. So the point will stay with Hawaii, and that's another lost challenge for the Lions. And now Hawaii up by 1. Trying to see if they can put away set number 2 here. 4 points away from a 2-0 lead. See if the Lions can rebound here. And it'll be Wade again to serve. Geist has it. Solomon to Walsh. That one off of Rosenthal and out of play. The Lions do respond. And we are tied once again here in set number 2. And that'll be Solomon back to serve now for the Lions. 21 assists on the evening for him. He also picked up a ace. He's got 3 digs and a block. Solomon up with it. Sends it over. It's Tetrisky. He'll set it up to the outside. Sakanoko into the triple block and down. Lions retake the lead. 22-21. Well, this is the moment for Lindenwood. As head coach Charlie Wade's going to take a timeout here. This is the moment for the Lions. You're up 22-21 on the number 3 team in the country. You got to find a way to finish it. We'll see if they can do that on the other side of the break. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Schrader, Dean of the College of Science, Technology, and Health here at Lindenwood University. Did you know that our science labs are nationally recognized for conducting high-quality clinical research studies and are leaders in areas related to exercise, nutrition, and sports performance? Whether in the classroom, lab, or in the field, Lindenwood students get real-world experience right here, right now. More information is available at lindenwood.edu.
People won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, could potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Back at Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. Lindenwood Lions and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors battling it out here at set number 2. Hawaii already leading 1-0, but the Lions have a 22-21 lead here late in set number 2, seeing if they can find a way to steal a set from the number 3 team in the nation. Zach Solomon will be back to serve again, trying to give the Lions a little bit of cushion and maybe strike some fear into this Hawaii program. Lions were close on Wednesday to taking a set. Set 3 went extra points. They fought off 2 match points before ultimately losing 27-25. But Solomon back to serve out of the timeout. Rolls it over. Choi gets to it. Rosenthal, quick set in the middle. Up by Stenmark. Now Solomon finds Luthane. He skies that one out of play. Point back to Hawaii, and we're tied. So what the Lions wanted. Luthane just got up underneath of it. Now Cole Schuler will check in for Christopher. A little bit of defense now for head coach Joe Koscheff. As Tutrisky will go back to serve. All bent over. Geist gets there first. Solomon. Schuler. Choi up with it on the Hawaii side. Rosenthal backs at Tutrisky. That one off the net. They say it got a touch. Sakanoko pops it up and out of play. Lions back ahead by 1. That's a classic ball don't lie case there. Is from our point, it looked like that ball was into the net and didn't get a touch, but ends up falling out of play as Clay Weeder now will check back in for Sakanoko. As the former Lion hits the court, his team now down by 1. Lions 2 points away from stealing a set. It's Luthane back to serve. Luthane up and over. Weeder handles it. Overpass. Christopher into the block. Christopher has to get it again. Solomon now to Stenmark. He puts that one down. Lions are 1 point away. 24-22 as Stenmark got that one around the block of Rosenthal. And a very rare occurrence here is Hawaii taking a second timeout here in set number 2. Lions 1 point away from a second set victory. We'll see if they can do it. On the other side of this break, you're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, it's Randy Carricker from 101 ESPN. Did you know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters like me. For more information, visit lindenwood.edu.
Here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time, and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball taking on Hawaii, the number 3 team in the country. The Lions have 2 set points to try and steal a set here and tie things at 1. If they're able to pull this one off, it's something that McHenry didn't do when they were out here. Something that UC Irvine couldn't do in 2 games last weekend. Lions have the opportunity to take a set from Hawaii. It'll be Brendan Luthane back to serve. Will the Lions be able to avoid the coach's point out of a timeout? 4 along the back line for Hawaii as Luthane gets set. High toss, up and over. That one is long and out of play. Hawaii gets one back. And wouldn't you know it, the former Lion Clay Weeder will go back to serve. And with that, Coach Joe Koscheff will take a timeout to get his team settled back down. And they'll probably pull out some old notes on Clay Weeder about where he may go with the serve. We're going to step aside one more time here in this second set. See if the Lions can finish this one off. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Vasovich, Dean of the amazing College of Arts and Humanities here at Lindenwood University, and home to 89.1 KCLC. Did you know that we have award-winning programs across our college, including the MFA in Writing, Art History, Cinema, Game Design, Fashion, and, of course, Communications. We also have award-winning faculty in Artificial Intelligence, GIS, English, Philosophy, Theater, and History. And our alumni make us proud, too. You might have heard of Greg Amsinger and Dave Amilati. Whether performing on stage, working in main media productions, or calling a football game, Lindenwood students get real-world experience right here, right now for real success. More information is available at lindenwood.edu.
Well, the Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball team is potentially on the verge of something special here, but they're going to have to defeat their former teammate, as Clay Weeder, the former Lion, is going to go back to serve for Hawaii as they trail 24-23 to the Lions. The Lions need one side out here on this serve to steal a set from the number 3 team in the nation. We are ready to go as Weeder takes a breath. Tosses the ball in the air, up and over. No, it doesn't. It's in the net. And the Lions have done it. They have taken a set from Hawaii, 25-23. The fans in the stands are shocked as the Lions have done what McKendree couldn't do, what UC Irvine couldn't do. They have come into Stanshare Center and taken a set from the number 3 team in the nation. That is going to send us to the after 2 sets break, a 10-minute intermission between sets 2 and 3. We're going to step aside here for a little bit, come back with some stats from the first 2 sets, and get you set for sets 3 and 4, because there will be 4 here in Hawaii tonight. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob Ramsey. You know, I've been doing play-by-play in St. Louis for nearly 40 years, but did you know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters like me. For more information, visit lindenwood.edu.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
Let's start in the association. Luka Doncic and LeBron James combined for 63 points to help the Lakers rally beat the Knicks in overtime for their 8th straight win. Doncic finished with 32 points, 12 dimes, and talks on winning despite not playing their best.
Especially for the first 3 quarters, I don't think we played good. So that just showed the whole group together. You know, everybody's cheering for each other, and we gave each other a push that we need to win the games.
The Warriors came from 22 down in the first half to clip the Nets in Brooklyn. Steph Curry game-high 40 points. Celtics knocked off the Sixers in Boston for their 3rd straight win. Sixers have now dropped 12 of their last 13. The NHL trade deadline this afternoon, several trades have already gone down, including the Avs, who acquired forward Brock Nelson from the Islanders. Bagels allowing defensive end Trey Hendrickson to seek a trade. Seahawks talking to a lot of teams about a trade for wide receiver DK Metcalf. That's sports. I'm Rosa Moss.
In the Northeast, expect mostly sunny skies today with highs in the low 50s. Winds will be breezy, especially in the coastal areas, with gusts of up to 45 miles an hour. The Southeast has partly sunny skies today. Temperatures should reach the mid-60s. While in the Midwest, there's a mix of rain and snow with highs in the upper 30s today. Along the Gulf Coast, a mix of sun and clouds with temperatures near 80. There's a cold front, though, coming in for the weekend that could bring rain and possible thunderstorms. A cloudy and cool day in the Central Plains states today, topping out in the upper 30s. There's a bit of snow possible throughout the afternoon. In the Pacific Northwest, a storm is starting to move out of the area, leaving scattered showers and clearing skies. Highs in the low 50s today. Checking the Southwest, Phoenix starts out the day with rain, followed by scattered showers this afternoon. Highs in the low 50s. A partly cloudy day for Las Vegas, with temperatures topping out in the upper 60s. Scattered showers are possible in New Mexico's northern mountains today. And on the West Coast, Northern California will be sunny and warm up to the low 60s, while Southern California hits the mid 60s. That's your national forecast. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Hey, this is Alex Ferrario with 101 ESPN in St. Louis. Did you guys know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters just like me. If you want more information on how to get involved or visit Lindenwood, check them out online at lindenwood.edu.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Music careers start at open mic night. Many of the artists you listen to every day got their start by having the courage to stand up to their first audience. KCLC is proud to partner with local venues who support local music. KCLC Open Mic Night partners Alpha Brewing Company live in the Alpha Brewing Tap Room every second and fourth Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. KCLC, supporting local music.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
After two sets here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center in Honolulu, Hawaii, we are tied at 1 set apiece. That is right. The Lindenwood Lions took set number 2, 25-23. It was a service error by former Lindenwood Lion Clay Weeder that gave the Lions the winning points. And a big, big moment for the Lions, taking their first ever set against a top 3 team. And it wasn't due to luck or anything of that nature. They really worked hard in that second set. There were 13 ties and 5 lead changes in set number 2. Just shows you the resiliency that the Lions put out there in that second set to come away with that second set victory. They were led by Carter Stenmark, 7 kills. Jacob Christopher had 6. Brendan Luthane had 5. A couple of service aces in that set as well. Stenmark and Solomon picking up the aces. Solomon also 23 assists. And after having 0 blocks in set number 1, 5.5 for the Lions in that second set. Hawaii has a total of 5 blocks as they had 3 in set 1. 2 in set 1, just 3 in set number 2. They hit 143, did Hawaii in set number 2. Lions only hit 194, but you can kind of take that and say, hey, we won the set, so we did what we needed to do in that one to come away with it. So 194 hit percentage by Lindenwood in set 2, 143 by Hawaii. That's got to be one of their lowest that they have had this year. And again, a set victory for the Lions in a venue that the likes of UC Irvine and McKendree have yet to do this year. They did not take a set in Stan Sheriff Center this year. The teams are back on the court to warm up before set number 3. We're going to step aside for one more moment, come back for set 3 and 4 from Honolulu, Hawaii. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
St. Louis's heart beats with music. KCLC and Bands Through Town magazine proudly present The Local Thing. Music from local artists every hour. That's our pledge. The Local Thing, presented by Bands Through Town magazine. Pick up Bands Through Town for free at venues across the city. Music submissions can be sent to KCLC Local Music at lindenwood.edu. KCLC, supporting local music.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Schrader, Dean of the College of Science, Technology, and Health here at Lindenwood University. Did you know that our science labs are nationally recognized for conducting high-quality clinical research studies and are leaders in areas related to exercise, nutrition, and sports performance? Whether in the classroom, lab, or in the field, Lindenwood students get real-world experience right here, right now. More information is available at lindenwood.edu.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take. And when I left the oven on, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan. Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hi, it's Randy Carricker from 101 ESPN. Did you know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters like me. For more information, visit lindenwood.edu.
Back at Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball action here on 89.1 KCLC. Battling the number 3 team in the nation, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And the Lions sit tied 1-1. That's right. They have taken a set from number 3 Hawaii, have the Lions. And now it is time to get greedy. Can the Lions continue to shock this Hawaii program? We will find out. I'm expecting a strong response from Hawaii, though, as they spent the last 10 minutes getting prepared and figuring out what they wanted to do to bounce back from one of the only times they've lost a set here at Stan Sheriff. Again, the Lions hit 194 in that second set, picked up a couple of aces, 5.5 blocks in that second set as well. That really set the tone for the Lions in that one. As it'll be Amir Grant to serve to start things off here in set number 3. And that ball is into the net, so a point right away for Hawaii on the service error. And it'll be Tread Rosenthal back to serve now for Hawaii. Rosenthal has put up 14 assists, 5 digs on the night. He's also picked up a couple of kills, 3 to be exact, as Solomon will set Luthane into the block and off the antenna, point to the Lions, 1-1. At this point, Lions just playing with house money. See if they can put the men's volleyball world on alert. As Solomon puts that one over and out of play, so a service error for the Lions there. Gives the point right back to Hawaii. And again, with this team, missing Ian Schuler, they've really kind of come together, gelled as a team, challenged themselves against some high-quality competition, none more so than this Hawaii program, as it's over for Luthane on the attack. Up and down he goes. Puts that one away. He's now got 7. Ties Stenmark for the team lead. And now Luthane will go back to serve. He picked up the kill and will go to serve. Down is Choi to get to that one. Rosenthal back set to Treesky. There is Luthane though. Now Christopher, he gets the kill. Lions jump ahead 3-2. Solomon, a big high five from head coach Joe Koscheck. Well, the Lions definitely looked at the tape from Wednesday, have put their back row in the perfect position on those Tetrisky's attacks. He has not been able to find the court very often. He does have 9 kills. He leads Hawaii in kills tonight, but he's hitting just 389. I know I say just 389, but this is a kid that is very, very good. Looking at his stats this season, you see he's a 342 hitter, 4.19 kills per set. But they have kind of taken him out just a bit here. He gets another chance there off the block and out of play. And just as you speak about him, he goes to work and ties things at 3. Justin Todd will go back to serve. Both teams starting their chance as Todd sends this one over. Geis is able to get to it. Solomon to Stenmark. Taps over. Up there nicely by Todd. Block at the nets as Neusterer couldn't get it around Christopher. And another block there for the Lions. They've really started to figure it out of the net. Owen Walsh will go back to serve. Walsh gets that one over. It's Rosenthal. Back to Tetrisky. He sends it down and finds the court. Off the hands of Lufane, and he has reached double digits now. He's up to 11. First player on either side to reach double digits. Lions have a trio at 7. Stenmark, Lufane, and Christopher. Adrian War has 6 for Hawaii. As Tetrisky sends it over. Grant in the middle. That one blocked there as getting up was Neusterer. He hung in the air there and took it away from Grant. And Hawaii jumps back ahead 5-4. Bit of a slow developing play there, and Neusterer able to sniff it out. As Tetrisky will be back to serve once again. And about this Lions team, though, they show resiliency. That one into the net. And you don't have to be resilient when your opponent puts it into the net, but it sure helps. As Jacob Christopher will go back to serve. Up and over. Rosenthal tries to set her dump. Stenmark gets to it. Now Solomon. Bump set to Lufane. Over for Tetrisky. Rosenthal outside. That one off the chest of Varga. As War put that one right there. And point goes to Hawaii. They're back up by 1. War picks up the kill. Goes back to serve. Sends that one over. Geis gets to it. Solomon outside. Stenmark. Choi digs that one out of the court. And now blocked by the Lions, and that one goes down. Solomon got in there. Well, you would think the 6'11 setter for Hawaii would be the only one that would be recording blocks, recording kills. But Zach Solomon, the transfer from Purdue Fort Wayne, has been all that the Lions could have wanted and more, as Stenmark puts that one long into play. He has controlled this offense. He goes up, plays great defense at the net, is smart when it comes to his center attacks. He has been the perfect addition for this Lions squad as they are in a bit of a transition period, as it'll be Neusterer back to serve. And he sends that one long, back-to-back service errors, and we are tied once again. And there were 13 ties in set number 2. And that plays perfectly into the Lions' game plan and mindset. As Grant will now get this one over on the serve. Sends that one long. So 3 straight service errors. And Hawaii jumps back ahead. The more you can make Hawaii play by continuing to tie and keeping things close, the better opportunity this Lions squad has to win sets. They did that in set number 2. See if they can do that here in set 3 as that one clips the net from Rosenthal. Stenmark had it, goes out of play, and Hawaii now up by 2. You cannot let this Warriors team go on a run, because when they do, they can put things out of reach. As Rosenthal will go back to serve once again. Stenmark able to handle that one a little more cleanly this time. Now Geis will have to get it over. Rosenthal back sets Tetrisky. That one right in front of Christopher. And now Tetrisky is starting to heat up. He's got 12 kills now on 21 attacks. And head coach Joe Koshev has seen enough. He wants to regroup his team. He'll take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 10-7 Hawaii here in set number 3. We're tied at 1 set apiece. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Vasovich, Dean of the amazing College of Arts and Humanities here at Lindenwood University, and home to 89.1 KCLC. Did you know that we have award-winning programs across our college, including the MFA in Writing, Art History, Cinema, Game Design, Fashion, and, of course, Communications. We also have award-winning faculty in Artificial Intelligence, GIS, English, Philosophy, Theater, and History. And our alumni make us proud too. You might have heard of Greg Amsinger and Dave Amilotti. Whether performing on stage, working in main media productions, or calling a football game, Lindenwood students get real-world experience right here, right now for real success. More information is available at lindenwood.edu.
St. Louis's #1 station for local music, broadcasting from the campus of Lindenwood University. 89.1 KCLC St. Charles, KCLC HD1 St. Charles. Indie, alternative, rock.
Back at Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center. Set number 3 between Hawai'i and Lindenwood. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Hawai'i, though, on a 3-0 scoring run right now to open up a 10-7 lead in set number 3. Lions have fought back multiple times in this game, so a 3-point deficit is not out of the realm of a comeback for the Lions, but you cannot let this Hawai'i team go on extended runs. We saw in set number 1 they went on a 4-0 and a 5-0 run, and that's what allowed them to take that first one 25-16 when the Lions kept it close. They were able to win set number 2, and there's the coach's point for head coach Joe Koschev as that one into the net. And now Zach Solomon will go back to serve. Solomon, the lefty, sends it over. Rosenthal to Treeski, up by Varga. Now Solomon will have to put it over on a free ball. Choi, Rosenthal, back set here. Good swing from Kearney, and he puts it down. Hawai'i gets the point right back. Rosenthal so good at hiding where he is going to put that ball. That time Kearney, the beneficiary of a great set. Now a serve by Kearney. Solomon in the middle. That one sent long out of play by Walsh. And it's a 4-point lead for the Warriors. Kearney again to serve. Also a lefty. Is that one up by Geis. Solomon back set to Stenmark. He crushes that one into the court. Turns around with the "Are you not entertained?" arm spread. And now Brendan Luthane will go back to serve. High toss from Luthane. It's that one over. Choi. Rosenthal outside. Swing there. That one off the hands of Solomon as War put that one strong through the fingers. Point right back to Hawai'i. We knew that Hawai'i would come back with passion after dropping that second set. Lions have been able to keep it close here early. Still 4 points the difference outside of Stenmark. That one got a tip and finds the court. Lions reach double digits. Grant will check back in now. Now Owen Walsh will be back to serve. Stenmark sitting 1 kill away from reaching double digits. Walsh sends that one over. Rosenthal has to go down to get that one. Chudriski sends that one long and out of play. Back-to-back points for the Lions. They're now back to within 2. And we're going to get a court cleanup here as Rosenthal had to go down to get that one to set it. And that is difficult to do for a 6'11 setter, but he seems to do it with ease. And they got something special here in Mr. Rosenthal. For the Lions, being able to go up against the caliber of players that they're going up against Hawai'i is Tetrisky up and down right in front of Stenmark. Not much Carter could do there. They are definitely getting a challenge, are the Lions, but they are hanging tough. It's 14-11 now, 1 point away for Hawai'i from the media timeout as Tetrisky will go back to serve. Up by Luthane. Solomon Grant. That one picked up off the ground by Tetrisky. He'll go up for the attack. Off the block. Geist, Luthane, both there. Joust at the net, one there by Hawai'i, and they'll put it away for the 15th point of the set for them. They're up by 4 as we hit the media timeout. It's 15-11. Hawai'i sets 1 apiece. We'll step aside. It's Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob Ramsey. You know, I've been doing play-by-play in St. Louis for nearly 40 years, but did you know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio. For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters like me. For more information, visit lindenwood.edu.
Talking to your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center, the site here in Honolulu, Hawaii. Lindenwood Lions and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors battling it out at set number 3. Hawaii holding a 15-11 lead. Michael Wagenknecht with you here from this incredible venue with a great crowd here in the stands. Pep Band is going. They're seeing the emergence of a Lindenwood program that has been in a bit of transition this year after the graduation of so many of their starters from last year. And one Clay Weeder moving on to Hawaii in his 5th year. And yet they've taken a set here from the number 3 team in the nation and looking to do a little bit more, but they are down by 4 early here in this third set as Tutrisky will send this one over. Solomon will hand it set. Luthane punched it over, jousted the net, won there by Rosenthal. Now Solomon outside Stenmark. He puts that one long, but gets a touch. And a point for the Lions, gets them back to within 3. This Lions team does not go away. There have been 7 ties, 2 lead changes here in this third set. Back in the second, it was 13 ties and 5 lead changes as Christopher sends that one long and out of play. Reestablishes that 4-point Hawaii lead. The Lions need to go on a bit of a run here as it's War back to serve. Luthane gets it. Grant in the middle off the block and down. They had a solo block up there with Kearney, and Grant put it off the side of his hands, and he gets another kill. He's now up to 4. That sends Carter Stenmark to the line. He has an ace on the evening. Sends that one over. Up by War, Rosenthal. And that finds the back of the court as Kearney drops it down. Stenmark couldn't get to that one. And Hawaii back up again by 4. Kearney just enough off of it. He got it up and over the double block. Lions thought maybe it was going to go long, but it dropped right there in front of the end line. And now it will be Kainoa Wade in to serve for Hawaii. They're going to try and pull away here in this third set. Make no doubt about it as Geist handles that one. Christopher off the block and down. Point for the Lions as Hawaii couldn't seal the net. And it lands on their side of the court. As Brendan Schoberl will come in to serve now. His first action here in Hawaii. Schoberl usually wears a libero jersey, but in there, gets that one off the tape. Good recovery there. Rosenthal gets it in, and that's off of Solomon and down. Recovery there from Tutrisky as that ball clips off the net on the serve, and then Rosenthal got it off the hands of Solomon, and it's a point for Hawaii. They're back up by 4. Schoberl will check back out for Grant. And it'll be Rosenthal back to serve. 18-14 in favor of Hawaii here in set number 3. That one long and out of play. Service error. Lions get it right back. Stenmark has crossed the double-digit mark. He's at 10 kills on 21 attacks. .238 hitting percentage. Christopher at 8. Luthane at 7. On the Hawaii side, Tutrisky has 13. War has 8. War looking for 9. Solomon says no. Now Christopher. That one finds the back of the court. Lions within 2. Christopher has just been a revelation this season. Coming in tonight, he's had 54 kills since February 5th. Tutrisky gets to it. Can Hawaii get it over? Yes, they can. What a track down there by the freshman. Outside Luthane. Recovery there by War. Tutrisky outside, and we're going to get a whistle. Point goes to the Lions. A double hit on Tutrisky. And it's a 1-point deficit. Hawaii will take a timeout. 18-17 Hawaii here in set number 3. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Lions trying to come back from a deficit. We'll see if they can finish it out after this break. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hey, this is Alex Ferrario with 101 ESPN in St. Louis. Did you guys know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters just like me. If you want more information on how to get involved or visit Lindenwood, check them out online at lindenwood.edu.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Coming out of the Hawaii timeout, the Warriors leading 18-17 here in set number 3, but the Lions are on a 3-0 run right now to close that gap to 1. We are tied 1 set apiece at the moment. Lions a pesky thorn in the side of this Hawaii team. Looking to be more than just a thorn, though. They are trying to pull the epic upset. Still a long way to go. It's Zach Solomon back to serve. He rolls it off the tape. Rosenthal to Tutrisky into the block and down. We are tied at 18. This Lions team does not go away. A big block at the net again. And the Hawaii players kind of looking around at each other, unsure of what to make of this Lions team. As Solomon again back to serve. Up and over. Joy has it. Rosenthal set in the middle. That one is in. A good swing there from Justin Todd. He is back on the score sheet. Just his 3rd kill of the evening after leading the team on Wednesday. Hawaii back up by 1. It's Kearney to serve. Geist gets it to Solomon. Back set Luthane off the block, but there is Rosenthal. Choi. High set to Tutrisky. Through the block and down. Hawaii back up by 2. Exact response from this number 3 team. As Cole Schuler will check in now for Jacob Christopher. Kearney back to serve. Kearney up and over. Geist to Solomon. Quick set in the middle. Walsh, but a nice play by Choi to keep it up. War outside to Tutrisky. Through the triple block, but there is Geist. Solomon. Back row attack. Stenmark. What a play by Solomon to keep it alive. Now over to Walsh. That one is up by Choi. Big swing there. That one is long. Point for the Lions as War went up, but he could not keep it in play. Lions now back to within 1. As Luthane will go back to serve. Crowd getting louder and louder. Luthane puts it over. Choi, Rosenthal, back set to Tutrisky. Off the block, there is Luthane. Solomon sets it to Christopher. Off the block, it's going to go out. Lions get the point tied again, this time at 20. Again, regardless on how this turns out, what the Lions have shown here, not just tonight, but the push that they made on Wednesday, that is what got us to this point. They showed to themselves that they could play against this Hawaii team. Yes, they lost the first set 25-16, but then to come back out and bounce back in set 2 and take that one, to be down 4 points for a good portion of this 3rd set, to come back and tied it at 20. Now Luthane with a chance to put his team ahead. Choi up with it. Rosenthal has to race across the court to get it. Tutrisky into the triple block. It's kept alive. Rosenthal again to Tutrisky. That one blocked down. Lions have the lead. 21-20. It is a shame this one is on the radio and not TV tonight because the Lions are putting on a show. Timeout Hawaii. Lindenwood up 21-20 here in set number 3, looking to move ahead 2-1. Still a long way to go in this one. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball team here on 89.1 KCLC.
Music careers start at open mic night. Many of the artists you listen to every day got their start by having the courage to stand up to their first audience. KCLC is proud partner with local venues who support local music. KCLC Open Mic Night partners Alpha Brewing Company live in the Alpha Brewing Tap Room every second and fourth Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. KCLC, supporting local music.
People won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, could potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Tense moments here at Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. Lindenwood and Hawaii deep into this third set, tied at 1 set apiece. And the Lions have a 1-point lead at 21-20 coming out of this Hawaii timeout. As Brendan Luthane is back to serve. It's another 3-0 scoring run for the Lions. If they can extend this out and put Hawaii on the back foot, this would be an absolutely amazing moment. But still, 4 points for Lindenwood to make that happen. Hawaii looking to make it moot, and that one into the net by Luthane gives Hawaii the ball back and maybe a little momentum, as Kavai Wong will come in to serve now for the Warriors. He has the ball, takes a deep breath, tosses it into the air. Up and over, it's Geist. Solomon back to Walsh, that one into the block. Neustrer and Ward get that one, and Hawaii jumps back ahead by 1. They were trying to hide that attack from Walsh behind Christopher, but Hawaii sniffed it out. Now Long back to serve again with a 1-point lead. Up and over, it's Geist again. Solomon to Christopher. That one off the chest of Wong. Lions back to a tie at 22. Jose Vargas will check in, as does Amir Grant. Vargas will go back to serve. Big moments here for the Lions. 22 all here in the third. High toss from Vargas. He puts it into the tape, and Hawaii gets it right back. Geist back in, as is Walsh. And it'll be Tatriski back to serve for Hawaii. They're 2 points away from taking a 2-1 lead. Tatriski has 14 kills. Sends that one over. Geist up with it. Solomon has to track halfway across the court to get to that one. Stenmark gets that one off of high hands, but Hawaii still has it. Big swing into the block. Up again by Ward. Back set. That one is long, as Tatriski can't find the court, and we're tied again. 23-23, and assistant coach Michael Lanera turns and goes, wow, that was close. As it'll be Christopher back to serve. Up and over. War has it. Rosenthal. Now War off the block, and that one's going to go down for a Hawaii point. They are on set point. 24-23. Can the Lions fight back and get this tied again? Send it to extra points. It'll be War back to serve, but before that, head coach Joe Koscheff will take a timeout. We will step aside as well. Lions down 1, 24-23 here in set number 3, tied at 1 set apiece. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
St. Louis's heart beats with music. KCLC and Bands Through Town magazine proudly present The Local Thing. Music from local artists every hour. That's our pledge. The Local Thing, presented by Bands Through Town magazine. Pick up Bands Through Town for free at venues across the city. Music submissions can be sent to KCLC Local Music at lindenwood.edu. KCLC, supporting local music.
Here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Simplify Arena, this place is still rocking, but you can feel a little bit of trepidation in the Hawaii fans as Lindenwood has taken a set already tonight from Hawaii. Hawaii, though, 1 point away from jumping ahead 2-1, but if we've seen anything tonight, it's the resiliency of this Lindenwood team fighting and fighting and fighting. They've got to fight for at least one more point to get level and send it to extra points. It's Adrian Ward back to serve for Hawaii, trying to send us to set 4 with a Hawaii 2-1 lead. He tosses the ball in the air. Up by Luthane. Solomon. Luthane, back row attack. It's up. Grant will set it. Solomon outside Stenmark. Off the block and down, and we're tied again. 24-all this time. Lions send it to extra points. Stenmark gets the kill. He'll go back to serve. Stenmark with the deep breath. The toss. Up and over. Into the crowd. Rosenthal gets to it, though. To Trisky from the back row. Off the block. Stenmark got a hand on it. It goes down. Point for Hawaii. A great track down there by Rosenthal into the crowd. Keeps it alive for Hawaii to pick up the kill. And now it will be Neusterer back to serve for the set. Can the Lions fend off a second set point? We are set as Neusterer. The clap and chant begins. Can he send us to set 4, or will the Lions fight back again? Luthane. Solomon. Christopher. Off the block. That's still alive. Free ball off of Grant. Solomon sets it up for Geist. Now Solomon on the attack. Off the touch. Back into the crowd, and we're tied again. 25-all. This team has no quit in them. As it's now going to be the freshman, Amir Grant, going back to serve in a tie game. Trying to put the Lions on the brink of a second set victory. Into the nets, and Hawaii has a chance to end it. But Grant's team coming around him, saying, hey, it's okay. A big moment, you'll grow from it. And now Tread Rosenthal will go back to serve for Hawaii. Third set point for the Warriors. The toss by Rosenthal. Up and over, Luthane. That's tight to the net. Solomon doesn't win the joust, but Stenmark is there. Now Luthane with the left hand. And it clips the antenna, and Hawaii is going to take the third set 27-25, but not before an epic battle by the Lions just to send it to extra points. We're going to go to set 4. Hawaii leading 2-1. Can the Lions force 5? We'll find out after this. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Schrader, Dean of the College of Science, Technology, and Health here at Lindenwood University. Did you know that our science labs are nationally recognized for conducting high-quality clinical research studies and are leaders in areas related to exercise, nutrition, and sports performance? Whether in the classroom, lab, or in the field, Lindenwood students get real-world experience right here, right now. More information is available at lindenwood.edu.
US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
89.1 KCLC St. Charles, KCLC HD1 St. Charles. 75 years at Lindenwood University.
Hi, it's Randy Carricker from 101 ESPN. Did you know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters like me. For more information, visit lindenwood.edu.
Wake up and text. text, and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Vasovich, Dean of the amazing College of Arts and Humanities here at Lindenwood University and home to 89.1 KCLC. Did you know that we have award-winning programs across our college, including the MFA in Writing, Art History, Cinema, Game Design, Fashion, and, of course, Communications? We also have award-winning faculty in Artificial Intelligence, GIS, English, Philosophy, Theater, and History. And our alumni make us proud, too. You might have heard of Greg Amsinger and Dave Amilati. Whether performing on stage, working in main media productions, or calling a football game, Lindenwood students get real-world experience right here, right now for real success. More information is available at lindenwood.edu.
Back here on 89.1 KCLC, Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center. Men's volleyball, Lindenwood Lions taking on the Hawaii Warriors. Hawaii coming away with a 27-25 set 3 victory to move ahead 2-1. Lions had their opportunities to move ahead and win that set, just could not finish in that last point. Unfortunately for them, off the antenna, which is what gave Hawaii that one, but still a strong set 3 as they hit 290 in set 3. Hawaii just 219. There were 14 ties, 4 lead changes in that third set as well. And again, as we talked about in that third set, the more that Lindenwood can keep this tied or multiple lead changes, the better off that they are going to be, and the opportunity for them to take another set is right there. And they've been led by Carter Stenmark and Jacob Christopher, each with 11 kills tonight. Brendan Lothane has 7 on the evening for the Lions. 34 assists for Solomon. He also has one of the 2 service aces for Lindenwood. Hawaii, as a team, hitting just 268 so far tonight and 1 service ace. So very uncharacteristic for Hawaii, but they are number 3 for a reason as we're underway here in set 4. Diving play by Geist to get to that one. He'll have to send it over on the free ball as Rosenthal put a great serve there. And now an even better set there for Neustrer. And Hawaii jumps ahead by 1. All of that set up by the serve of Rosenthal. Put the Lions on the defensive and had to have the libero send the free ball over. And then Rosenthal gets that clean set to Neustrer. Rosenthal will go back to serve once again. As it's up and over. Solomon sets to Stenmark. He destroys that one. He gets some height on that leap from the back row and just sends his entire body through that attack. And now it will be Solomon that will go back to serve. Solomon sends it over. Going down for it is Ward. Rosenthal, Kearney off the touch, and Solomon can't find it. And a point for Hawaii. Just crossed over into the 1 o'clock a.m. hour in St. Charles. And for those of you that are listening in, a huge thank you for joining us here as we have seen some history here for Lindenwood tonight. We're trying to see more as that serve sent long and out of play by Kearney. So for those of you making it a late night tonight, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully we can continue on deeper and deeper into the night. Here is Luthane. Up and over. Joy has it. Rosenthal outside. Kearney off of Varga and out of play. Point back to Hawaii. 3-2. As Neustrer will go back to serve. Looking for his spot. Tosses. And over. Geist. Solomon at the net. Quickly to Walsh. And he buries that one in front of the server, Neustrer. And we are tied again, 3-3. Neustrer not happy with himself as he comes off the court there. As it'll be Walsh back to serve. He picks up the kill and goes back to serve. Sends it over. Rosenthal tracks it down to Treesky. Off of the head of Grant and out of play. Couldn't close that block. And it skipped off his head and out of play. Point Hawaii, and Tetrisky will go back to serve. 15, now 16 kills on the evening for the freshman. Lions are able to hold them to 8 on Wednesday. As we're going to get a bit of a repair on Zach Solomon. He may have a cut on his elbow, so he will be looked at and attended to here. Gives us a bit of a brief pause here. And while that's the case, let's take a look at these teams' upcoming schedules. And we talked about earlier in the match for Hawaii, it does not get any easier after this. The remainder of their schedule, every opponent is ranked. They have the Outrigger Classic coming up on March 13th, 14th, and 15th against number 12 Ball State, number 19 Penn State, number 5 USC. Then a doubleheader against number 13 UC San Diego. Then they travel to number 7 Cal State Northridge. Then come home and host number 1 Long Beach State. And in those Long Beach State games, have an opportunity for head coach Charlie Wade to become the all-time wins leader here at Hawaii for men's volleyball. And then at number 17 UC Santa Barbara for a couple of games before coming home and hosting the Big West Championship April 24th through the 26th. For the Lions, they're going to head home and face off against number 14 Lewis on March 13th, and then against Quincy on the 15th. Hit the road for a game against number 11 McKendree. Come back home for a game against Purdue Fort Wayne, and then on the road for 2 against number 9 Loyola Chicago, who won tonight, by the way, over Ball State. And then they have a game at Quincy, followed by 2 games at home against Queens to wrap up the regular season before the MIVA tournament on April 19th through the 26th. Solomon has been repaired. He is back into this game, and it will be Tetrisky back to serve. For 3 in favor of Hawaii. This one sent long and out of play. Point to the Lions, and again, we are tied. Jacob Christopher will come in to serve. He has had to switch jerseys as it got blood on there from Solomon, so he's now wearing the number 5 jersey. Outside, off of Christopher on the swing there from War, and out of play. So Christopher now wearing the number 5 jersey. And now War will go back to serve with Hawaii up by 1 again. High spinning toss. Dug out there by Luthane on the reception. Now Christopher off the block, and point for the Lions as it goes out of play. A nice job there by Christopher to put it into the block and then contort his body out of the way to allow that one to go out of bounds. And now Carter Stenmark will go back to serve for the Lions. Stenmark, 12 kills, leads the Lions tonight. He's hitting .280. Has an ace, 3 digs, and gets another ace right there as it catches the back corner. Lions jump ahead by 1. The crowd is getting ever so slightly quieter as the Lions hang around in this game. Stenmark back to serve again. He picks his spot, tosses. Joy with a nice reception there. Rosendahl, Tetrisky. That one is down in front of Stenmark, and we're tied once again. Neustra jumps back on the court, fired up. He's trying to pump his team up and get them on a bit of a run as Justin Todd will go back to serve. Todd sitting on just 3 kills tonight. He led the team on Wednesday. But it's Tetrisky that is leading tonight with 16. Todd sends it over, up by Stenmark. Solomon at the net. That one in by Luthane off the block and off of Luthane. And Neustra was the one in there, and he is fired up. Hawaii now back up by 1. It'll be Todd back to serve again. High toss into the nets. And back and forth we go. Eerily reminiscent of sets 2 and 3 on Wednesday and 2 and 3 tonight. Teams just going back and forth. 27 total ties in the last 2 sets coming into this one. And we've already had about 4 or 5 here as Grant puts that one into the net and Hawaii back ahead by 1. 8-7 Hawaii, up 2 sets to 1. So it's Rosenthal back to serve. Tosses the ball, sends it over. Up there by Stenmark, off the scoreboard. Geist gets to it. Luthane, that one takes a touch off of Choi. And a point back to the Lions. This one is just going back and forth. It's our 8th tie in this third set already, and it's just 8-8. Solomon to serve. Clips the net. Up at the top is Walsh, who puts away the overpass right in front of Rosenthal. Lions now back up by 1. Well, this match doesn't put men's volleyball on the map more than it already is. I don't know what will, because Lindenwood is putting a scare into Hawaii. That one off the scoreboard, and it's going to fall down for a Lions point. Rosenthal had to wait to see if it crossed over the net, which would have been a Lions point, but it came down on his side, and he couldn't react quick enough, and the Lions up by 2. Solomon again back to serve. Over. Up there by Neustrer. Treesky. Out by Varga. Now Stenmark. Across the way, Christopher has to adjust and cannot connect cleanly on that one. Gives the point to Hawaii. And it'll be Kearney back to serve. Kearney with his team down by 1. Sends this one over. Out by Geist. Solomon in the middle. Stenmark. Choi gets to it. And getting a hand on it was War, but he can't get it in play. And another point for the Lions. Back up by 2. Luthane will go back to serve as Varga comes back onto the courts. Up and over by Luthane. Choi Rosenthal. Outside, War rolls it over, but there is Varga. Solomon sets quickly. Walsh puts it away. Lions up by 3. Well, as we said, this Lions team, after winning set number 2, is playing with house money, and they are continuing to grow stronger in this one. Luthane back to serve. Up and over. Kearney. Rosenthal, quick set to Treesky. He rolls it over. Blocked, but he get a hand on it. This one hits the antenna, and it's another point for the Lions. They're up by 4. Timeout called by Hawaii. 13-9 Lindenwood, trying to find a way to force a 5th set. We'll see what they can do outside of this timeout. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob Ramsey. You know, I've been doing play-by-play in St. Louis for nearly 40 years, but did you know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters like me. For more information, visit lindenwood.edu.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back at Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center, Lindenwood Lions, Hawaii Rainbow Warriors battling it out here in set number 4. Hawaii holding a 2-1 lead, but Lindenwood has a 13-9 lead here in set number 4. They are on a 3-0 scoring run right now, as Brendan Luthane is back to serve once again for the Lions. It's Carter Stenmark leading the way with 13 kills for Lindenwood. Jacob Christopher has 12. He has had to switch to the number 5 jersey because there was blood on it from the elbow of Zach Solomon. So some changes there as Luthane will send this one over. Joy has it. Rosenthal. Back set to Treesky. That one off the block of Stenmark and out of play. Couldn't seal the net, and Hawaii gets the point. Noah Wade will check in. He'll go back to serve. Lions hitting .245 so far in this match. Hawaii .315. As Wade will send this one up and over. Geist has it. Solomon quickly. Christopher into the block, but it got net and fell down. Point for Hawaii, and we're going to get another challenge from head coach Joe Koschev. as they're going to see if maybe there was a touch at the net before it went out of bounds. We will see what the call is. Lions have been unsuccessful on their first two challenges. We'll see if they're going to find success here, and if they do, it'd be a big point for them. But if not, Hawaii may see some of that momentum back. 9 blocks apiece for these two teams. Lions have 4 block errors. Hawaii has yet to commit a blocking error. 28 digs for Hawaii to 23 for the Lions. The big one, though, 4 aces to 1 in favor of Lindenwood. Yes, they do have more service errors at 19 to 13, but the fact that you've been able to hold one of the best serving teams in the country to just 1 ace is something to be proud of for the Lions, as we are going to get the call here. And that ball is out. Point to the Lions. 14 to 10 now, as they did see a touch at the net. And a big one for Lindenwood as they're back up now by 4. This will be Walsh to serve. Up and over. Rosenthal with a quick set off the block. There is Solomon. Gets it to Walsh. He'll set it up high for Christopher. This one near side. Hops over my head, but it was a point because it was in. Lions now up by 5. And that's going to force Charlie Wade to use his second timeout here, as the Lions hold a 15 to 10 lead. We'll step aside as well. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hey, this is Alex Ferrario with 101 ESPN in St. Louis. Did you guys know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters just like me. If you want more information on how to get involved or visit Lindenwood, check them out online at lindenwood.edu.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Coming out of the media timeout, Lindenwood holding a 15 to 10 lead here in set number 4, trying to force 5 sets here against Hawaii. Hawaii still has 1 timeout here in set number 4, as it was the media timeout with the Lions hitting 15. It's Stenmark with 13, and now Jacob Christopher leading the way with 14 kills for the Lions. They have 47 kills on the evening, hitting 260. Hawaii 44 kills, hitting 312, and it's Walsh that will go back to serve here for the Lions, up by 5. Trying to extend this out. Walsh gets it over. Rosenthal at the net. Big swing there as Justin Todd gets back on the score sheet. He picks up kill number 4 right there in the middle. And Tutrisky will be back to serve for Hawaii. They're down by 4. High toss. Up and clipping off the net. Stenmark able to track it down. Christopher. That one just long and out of play. Didn't get the touch he was looking for, and that's 2 in a row now for Hawaii. Again, number 3 team in the country. They were down 5, but with their pedigree, there was no real worry in that timeout as Stenmark gets to it. That one comes back over as Solomon gets to it. Stenmark will send it over. Rosenthal on the outside. Doesn't matter as Hawaii's going to get the point. As Tutrisky wants to have a conversation with the AR2 about how Solomon came around to get that ball. Hawaii still got the point, though, so they're down just 2. They want to make sure that they take care of that and make sure the precedent is set. Lions are going to take a timeout as they were up 5 and now just up 3 as Hawaii has gone on a 3-0 scoring run. We'll step aside. We'll come back. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Music careers start at open mic night. Many of the artists you listen to every day got their start by having the courage to stand up to their first audience. KCLC is proud to partner with local venues who support local music. KCLC Open Mic Night partners Alpha Brewing Company live in the Alpha Brewing Tap Room every second and fourth Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. KCLC, supporting local music.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take. And when I left the oven on, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Back at Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center, Honolulu, Hawaii. It's Lindenwood Lions, Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, set 4. Hawaii up 2-1. Lindenwood up 15-13. Hawaii on a 3-0 scoring run with freshman Christian Tetrisky back at the service line, trying to pull his team back to level and find a way to give them a lead and a potential match victory. That one up by Christopher on the overpass, and it is out of play. 4 in a row now for Hawaii. And there's a determined look on the face of head coach Charlie Ward as he was not happy with the way his team was playing early in this fourth set. As Tutrisky will send it over again. Up there by Stenmark. Solomon quickly to Grant. That one up. Solomon pops it free. Geist. Stenmark into the triple block and down. In there is Ward, and he gets it. We are tied at 15. You knew the third team in the nation was not going to lay down easy. And they have come roaring back. It's a 4-0, 5-0 scoring run. Sent over and long by Tutrisky. He was trying to go quick there and catch the Lions off guard. But it gives the Lions the lead, as it'll be Christopher back to serve. But a 5-0 scoring run has brought Hawaii back into this set 4. Christopher sends that one long and deep, and we are tied once more. Tied at 16. This is the 10th tie here in this fourth set. 3 lead changes. As Geist handles that one, overpass there and catches the back line. And Hawaii jumps ahead by 1. So now 4 lead changes. It's Ward back to serve again. High toss, up and over. Luthane jousts one at the net there by Rosenthal, but Solomon stuck with it. Now Stenmark puts it around the block. We're going to look for a net violation, but it's going to go against the Lions. And a 2-point lead now for Hawaii. It's a 7-1 run. What they did in set 2 on Wednesday. They were down 13-11, went on a 7-1 run, made it 18-14, and then found a way to win 25-20. Tonight they were down 5 and now sit ahead by 2. Geist gets to it. Solomon back to Christopher. That one into the block and down. It stays in. Another point for Hawaii, and we'll see if head coach Joe Costa takes a timeout. He will. Hawaii now up by 3, 6 points away from a match victory. Lindenwood timeout. We'll step aside. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
St. Louis's heart beats with music. KCLC and Bands Through Town magazine proudly present The Local Thing. Music from local artists every hour. That's our pledge. The Local Thing, presented by Bands Through Town magazine. Pick up Bands Through Town for free at venues across the city. Music submissions can be sent to KCLC Local Music at lindenwood.edu. KCLC, supporting local music.
Talking to your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Michael Wagenknecht back with you here at Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center, Honolulu, Hawaii. Lindenwood and Hawaii deep into set number 4. Hawaii on a 4-0 scoring run, and if you want to extend it out even more, a 9-1 scoring run to erase a 5-point deficit. They now sit ahead 19-16, 6 points away from a match victory as they're up 2-1. It'll be Adrian Orr back to serve once again. He's been back there for the last 3 points from the service line. He's going to look to continue it here and put a stranglehold on this set and match. The Lions have one more push. Sent over Luthane. Solomon outside. Stenmark puts that one away. Ends that run and pulls the Lions back to within 2. Stenmark gets the kill, and now he'll go back to serve. Couple of service aces for him tonight. Be another big moment if he could get one here. Stenmark with the toss. Puts it into the net. And an error there for the Lions. That's now 21 service errors. And now Justin Todd coming out of this one as Wong will come in to serve. Hawaii up by 3. 5 points away from the match. Wong up and over. Geist. Solomon tracks it down. Luthane off the block and down. Point for the Lions. Luthane now up to 9 kills on the night. Stenmark and Christopher sitting at 14 apiece. Luthane would be the third in triple digits if he could get there. And now Brendan Schoberl back in to serve. Schoberl surveys and tosses and sends it over. Rosenthal outside. Big swing there off the block. Picked up there by Stenmark. Now outside. Luthane rolls. Shot diving play to keep it alive to Trisky. Big swing from the lefty, and that one into the stands off the block. Point for Hawaii as Kearney put the swing. Hawaii 4 points away from the match. As Grant will check back in, and then he will slide out for Geist. Rosenthal back to serve. Getting late here for the Lions to make a run. Rosenthal up and over. Stenmark handles that one. Solomon back sets to Christopher. That one up by Choi. One-handed stab to Trisky. Rosenthal into the net. As that's usually Rosenthal to Trisky, but this time it was flipped around and Rosenthal couldn't get that one over. And now Solomon will go back to serve. If you needed someone to go on a service run, it would be Zach Solomon. He's got a team that's down 2. See if he can pull them back to level. Gets that one over. Rosenthal outside. Big swing to Trisky. Sends it long and out of play. Lions within 1. And that's going to force Charlie Wade to take a timeout. Lions trailing by 1, 21-20. Down set 2-1. Trying to find a way to push this to 5. We'll step aside. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball on 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Schrader, Dean of the College of Science, Technology, and Health here at Lindenwood University. Did you know that our science labs are nationally recognized for conducting high-quality clinical research studies and are leaders in areas related to exercise, nutrition, and sports performance? Whether in the classroom, lab, or in the field, Lindenwood students get real-world experience right here, right now. More information is available at lindenwood.edu.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Coming down to it here in set number 4. Hawaii with the 2-1 lead over Lindenwood. They have a 1-point lead here in the 4th. It's 21-20. Zach Solomon will be at the line to serve for Lindenwood. Trying to tie this thing up and push this one deep. And maybe force a 5th. If they could do that, it would be the biggest match of the season for the Lions. And yes, that includes the matches against other ranked opponents that they've had so far this year. Here is Solomon out of the timeout. Sends it over. Rosenthal sets it. Kearney off the block, but there is Solomon to pick it up. Now Christopher into the triple block. It's kept alive. Little collision there. They were looking for 2. Doesn't matter as Christopher sends it long and out of play. Hawaii back up by 2. Had a collision there between Solomon and Varga. And now Cole Schuler will check in for Christopher as head coach Joe Kopchev inserts Schuler in for some length and defense as Kearney will send this over. Up by Stenmark. Solomon. Schuler. That one off the chest of Rosenthal and down. Point for the Lions. Back to within one. Good adjustment there from Schuler, too, as he had to kind of reach behind just to find that one. And now Christopher will check back in. Coming up on 1:30 St. Charles time. Going deep into the night here. Lindenwood trying to make it an even longer night as Luthane is back to serve. Clips the net, up by Kearney. Rosenthal tracks it down to Treesky. That one finds the back corner. Point for Hawaii. They're 2 points away from the match. Block opened up there for Tutrisky, and he made it count, finding the back corner. As it'll be Neusterer back to serve. The chant for Neusterer begins. He tosses. Geist is able to find it. Solomon Walsh, that one is down. Walsh picks up another kill. He's at 7. And it's going to be Jose Vargas coming in. If there was ever a must serve, it's right here for the Lions. 23-22 in favor of Hawaii. Vargas surveys. He tosses. Up and over. That one out of play, and Hawaii is on match point. And it'll be in the hands of the freshman, Christian Tutrisky. He will try to end this one for Hawaii. 24-22. Tutrisky. High toss. Up by the Lions. Solomon has to find it. Christopher off the side of his hands. Up by Tutrisky. Rosenthal. Tutrisky. Into the triple block and down. Point Lions. Big block there for Lindenwood. They're back within one, but they have no margin for error. Jacob Christopher back to serve. 24-23 Hawaii. They're still on match point. They're second. And the Lions save another. Christopher over. Tight to the net. Chow's one there by Rosenthal. He pushes it off of Solomon, and that's going to do it. Hawaii takes this one 25-23. They win it 25-16, 23-25, 27-25, 25-23, but it was dangerous tonight. The Lions gave it their all. They stole a set and pushed Hawaii to the brink. What a match between these two teams. Unbelievable effort on both sides. But Hawaii once again proving why they're number 3 in the nation, as they were able to survive this one and come away victorious 3-1. We'll hope to talk to head coach Joe Koship after the handshakes and recap are done. So make sure you stick around for us for that one. We'll get your final totals on stats and have the head coach's interview after this. We're going to step aside for a quick break. We'll come back. You're listening to Lindenwood Lions Men's Volleyball, 89.1 KCLC.
Hi, it's Randy Carricker from 101 ESPN. Did you know that I got my start right here at Lindenwood University on KCLC Radio? For over 75 years, KCLC has been educating the next generation of broadcasters like me. For more information, visit lindenwood.edu.
Let's start in the association. Luka Doncic and LeBron James combined for 63 points to help the Lakers rally beat the Knicks in overtime for their 8th straight win. Doncic finished with 32 points, 12 dimes, and talks on winning despite not playing their best.
Especially for the first 3 quarters, I don't think we played good. So that just showed the whole group together. You know, everybody's cheering for each other, and we gave each other a push that we need to win the games.
The Warriors came from 22 down in the first half to clip the Nets in Brooklyn. Steph Curry game-high 40 points. Celtics knocked off the Sixers in Boston for their 3rd straight win. Sixers have now dropped 12 of their last 13. The NHL trade deadline this afternoon, several trades have already gone down, including the Avs, who acquired forward Brock Nelson from the Islanders. Bengals allowing defensive end Trey Hendrickson to seek a trade. Seahawks talking to a lot of teams about a trade for wide receiver DK Metcalf. That's sports. I'm Ronza Moss.
In the Northeast, expect mostly sunny skies today with highs in the low 50s. Winds will be breezy, especially in the coastal areas, with gusts of up to 45 miles an hour. The Southeast has partly sunny skies today. Temperatures should reach the mid-60s. While in the Midwest, there's a mix of rain and snow with highs in the upper 30s today. Along the Gulf Coast, a mix of sun and clouds with temperatures near 80. There's a cold front, though, coming in for the weekend that could bring rain and possible thunderstorms. A cloudy and cool day in the Central Plains states today, topping out in the upper 30s. There's a bit of snow possible throughout the afternoon. In the Pacific Northwest, a storm is starting to move out of the area, leaving scattered showers and clearing skies. Highs in the low 50s today. Checking the Southwest, Phoenix starts out the day with rain, followed by scattered showers this afternoon. Highs in the low 50s. A partly cloudy day for Las Vegas, with temperatures topping out in the upper 60s. Scattered showers are possible in New Mexico's northern mountains today. And on the West Coast, Northern California will be sunny and warm up to the low 60s, while Southern California hits the mid 60s. That's your national forecast. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Back here at Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii takes this one 3-1, but the Lions took number 3 to the brink. They took set 2, 25-23, forced extra points in set 3, and really pushed them in set 4. Had to withstand a 9-1 run by Hawaii. That's what really flipped this set for Hawaii. Lindenwood had a 5-point lead at 15-10 at that media timeout, but Hawaii just a little bit too much in that one as they come away victorious. But what a match. What a great 2 matches that we saw here between these 2 programs. Lindenwood really showcasing themselves against the team that's number 3 in the nation. And we're going to be joined now by head coach Joe Koschiff. And Coach, we talked a little bit on Wednesday before we lost some communication, but Wednesday was phenomenal. Tonight must feel even better. Even though you didn't win, you got a set and you pushed them to the brink.
I think as a whole, this was kind of what we were looking for playing-wise. We had them on the ropes a couple times, but that's probably the best serving team that we've seen in the entire country all year. And they brought it from the service line every single time, and the guys still rose to the occasion in the service receive component. We faltered for a little bit, but man, we grew up a lot on this road trip. So it was kind of great to see that. It was great to kind of see a lot of what we've been asking for them to do, and they've been executing it, doing a great job. So it's something that I think we're going to continue to hopefully build off of this, keep pushing forward, keep growing as a group. And this is a good time at this halfway point to understand, like, we know what we're capable of. There's a lot of respect through that net there, and they made sure that they're number 3 in the country for a reason. And I think we know that we can play with any team in the country. We schedule tough. I say it all the time. We schedule tough for a reason. And it's kind of funny because even the crowd here is like, your record's very deceiving and team's very good. And it's something that once they start to believe it and understand and know, then they can start to grow. And that's something that I think we saw again tonight. So it's a good halfway point right now. And again, that's what we're hoping to build on right there.
Well, and you're doing it with guys that maybe you didn't expect to be showcasing themselves at this point in the season. Obviously, the injury to Ian has been tough, but so many have stepped up. I mean, we've seen what Carter Stenmark's been able to do the last handful of years, put up 14 kills tonight. Jacob Christopher has been a revelation this year. He also had 14. You had Amir Grant in the middle, Owen Walsh stepping up big, Brendan Luthane. I mean, it's man up, next man up all season, and they've really showcased that, especially here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I think it took a while for us to understand what that meant, and now we're actually executing and kind of following through on all of that. We understand that we had 3 pillars that we wanted to improve on, and I think that was kind of put on display today. We wanted to focus a little bit more on the blocking side, the defensive side, and put in a little bit more service pressure. And I think we did a pretty good job following through on that. So again, I think with the next man up mentality and the approach and the guys coming in and kind of executing and doing their job, like, this is something where, it's pretty special. And now we can't forget this. We've done it once. We've done it before. We know what we're capable of, like I said. And it's something that this group should be hungry now even more because, again, this is kind of the measuring stick that we're looking for.
Well, and talk about feeding off the fans that were able to come out. I mean, you had a great section of Lindenwood fans come out, lots of parents, lots of friends and family coming out for this. What was it like being able to kind of feed off of that and really kind of shut down a little bit of a raucous Hawaii crowd?
Yeah, and that's the thing is it's kind of great because there was a little bit of good banter back and forth. Like, our fans are chanting LU, LU, and the next thing you know, you get that whole wave of the rest of the crowd kind of overpowering it. So, but again, like, the thing that's awesome about coming out here is one, the quantity of fans and then the appreciation for volleyball. So it's kind of great that, anytime you get a good play, it's cheers, applause, and they just appreciate high-level volleyball. And again, like, that was the brand that we wanted to produce, and that was what the guys did a great job of today. So it was a fun match, and again, I hope everyone enjoyed that, and I know our guys did. Ultimately, it's a tough loss, but at the same time, like, this is a really incredible environment to be a part of.
It really is. A set against the top 3 team in the country. Obviously not a win, but it's something you can kind of hang your hat on and build to because you got a very tough Lewis team coming in next week to Highland.
Exactly, and that's the thing is we get a little bit of a day tomorrow to kind of enjoy and be around here and kind of do the touristy stuff for one more day, and we fly out tomorrow night, have the red eye to kind of get home overnight and get home Sunday afternoon. And thankfully for the guys, it's spring break, so they're going to get caught up on sleep, be able to do a bunch of time to relax, and then we'll just have practice and get prepped for the back half of the meet slate.
Well, you guys have a fun day tomorrow. Have a safe trip back. Thanks for having me out here to call this game. I mean, it's been a blast, and I thank you guys again for allowing us to do that. Congratulations on the big set win and a great 2 games here in Hawaii.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you for coming out and for all the work you've done. So looking forward to kind of seeing what's next and safe travels back home.
Thank you. That's head coach Joe Kasha for Lindenwood Lions. They fall here tonight 3-1 to Hawaii, but really showcase what they're all about and giving these Hawaii fans a little something to think about as far as what Lindenwood is all about. That's going to do it for me from Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. It's been a blast calling these 2 games for everyone listening in to Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball action. Once again, thank you for listening in tonight. Hawaii, a 3-1 winner over Lindenwood to wrap up the 2 games. We'll see you guys next week against Lewis from Highland Arena. Thanks for tuning in to Lindenwood Lions men's volleyball on 89.1 KCLC. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, go Lions!